What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, and you guys are watching Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs, of course. Welcome back to another video. If you drive for apps like GrubHub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, you're in the right place. That's right. To stay up to date with what's going on in the gig economy, so get started right now. Subscribe for free. Hit that red subscribe button real quick and turn on all notifications so you're always notified whenever I post something new. And of course, don't forget to leave a like on this video slash live stream slash replay, which has been proudly presented by paidtodrivestore.com. All right. So, what is going on, everybody? You guys see the title of this, and I'm sure you're all jumping out of your skin, but don't jump out just yet. So, I have covered this topic in the past before, but I've never done it in this kind of form before where it's more interactive. So if you have anything you want to share, put it in the chat or the comment section and I'll try and pull it up on the screen. So, with that being said, let me just rant for a little bit here. So, let's look at it like this. DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats, but we'll just say DoorDash for now because they are the biggest of all of the companies at the moment. What if DoorDash put out a notice, put out an email or a message on the app next time you log in, and it says something along the lines of, Dear Dasher, we regret to inform you that we will no longer be offering the DoorDash service. We are filing for bankruptcy, or we're being bought out, or we're shutting our doors, something basically to the effect that they are no longer going to be a service that we can use to make money with, whether it be part-time or full-time. So if you guys could let me know in the chat or the comments if you are a part-time driver or a full-time driver. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. But going forward now, what is your plan of action? Okay. We know as of late, gas prices have been crazy. The economy has been crazy. Of course, depending on when you're listening to this video slash live stream slash replay. Okay. Um, we have to face a harsh reality, everybody. This is not the golden age of the gig economy anymore. Okay. In my opinion, the golden age was 2016, 2017, 2018, and basically throughout, I would say even throughout the pandemic. Because I feel like, the beginning of the pandemic when everyone was in lockdown, drivers, dashers were making unbelievable money because literally everyone was trapped at home and had really no way of going out to get food, or at least to get food was definitely, restricted. So after that, once people started getting vaccinated and boosted and all that stuff, whatever you believe in, that's not the point here. The point is, once people started going back out into the world again physically, the demand for food delivery went down naturally because people were trapped at home for a very long time. So, as people started heading back out into the world, drivers and dashers noticed in many markets that things were drying up. It was getting very slow. So, with that being the case, a lot of drivers said, you know what, I can't continue doing what I'm doing anymore. I have to go and find something else to do. So, a lot of full time drivers either completely quit or just went down to part time status. Now, what I want to give is my recommendation here. Okay. Unless your market is unbelievably busy, okay, and I'm talking like you turn on any of the apps and boom, orders are flying in left and right, not even necessarily um you know not even necessarily that like the apps are giving you crappy low ball offers. Basically what I'm trying to say is that drivers and dashers are getting orders no matter what. Okay, then I would say stick with it full time. But if you are in a situation where orders are drying up and you're sitting there for 45 minutes to an hour and not getting a single order, or the only ones you're getting here and there are $2 and $3. It may be time for you to brush up the resume, get a W-2 job for during the day or at night, and then supplement part-time with DoorDash, GrubHub, and Uber Eats. So keep that in mind. Hey, Gates of Conflict. Wait a minute. DoorDash is closing? Not that I'm surprised, and I do have a backup plan. I was just wondering. No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying if DoorDash is closing, what is the backup plan? That's what I'm referring to. So you already answered half of that. Mr. Matt Banks, how's it going? How you doing? What's up? And also, guys, after the stream, come join us on Patreon. Okay, we're gonna be hanging out on there. I'm gonna start doing some private live streams for just members only, so that we can talk more about these topics with a much smaller audience. So yeah, after this, come sign up on patreon.com/paid2drive. So we have lots of cool stuff on there. Uh, hey, Alan, what's going on? Guys, you should all definitely subscribe to Delivering with Ellen. Help her get to 1,000 subscribers. Comment 111 if you're already subscribed to Ellen, 222 if you haven't yet. That's right. Who's here in the chat? Say, hey, Pete, if you're reading this. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Matt Banks. I decided to jump in and start doing some more live streams again. But yes, Gates of Conflict. I have to brush up my W-2. A lot of people do. You're not the only one. Not the only one at all. But going back to what I was saying, thank you, Ellen. So are you. You're a great person. But going back to what I was saying is the golden age appears to be over for the gig economy. Okay. And here's what's going to start happening. This is my prediction based on being in the gig economy since 2017, June 2017. So I've definitely put in my time for sure, and my experience is there. But with that being said, what I'm noticing is more apps are starting to come out that are slowly chewing away at DoorDash, GrubHub, and Uber Eats. Slowly, but it's happening. And I'm noticing a lot of restaurants are pushing for their own in-house apps. That's another thing I've been noticing. And they're offering more perks of doing that. So we'll see what happens. What's up, Craig? How you doing? I bet you forgot to hit the like on this video. Go ahead. I'll wait. Comment 333 if you've hit the like button. 444 if you haven't yet. I haven't said those numbers in a while. Mr. Matt Banks, that's great. You're doing live streams. Yep, no problem, Mr. Matt Banks. Good to see you back. But yeah, so this is what we're dealing with at this point, folks. Is that if DoorDash closes their doors, what is your backup plan? And like I said, always keep the delivery apps, the rideshare apps as a backup, as a part-time thing. Okay? Because even if you can make an extra 20, 30 bucks a day after work, you know what I mean? That adds up. If you can make an extra $100 a week, it's an extra $400 a month. That's an extra $4,000 in your pocket a year. I'm sure we could all use an extra $4,000. I know I can. I appreciate it, Ellen. But I'm telling you, man, just out of curiosity, now that we have some people here, uh, in the chat or the comments, tell me, are you a full-time driver or a part-time driver? I myself, because people ask all the time, I was a full-time driver. I was the guy working 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, making the grand a week or whatever in my market. I was that guy. I certainly was. But I'll tell you, eventually, once the pandemic hit, I remember I was out doing deliveries and it was that March of 2020, right? And I remember I went to Smash Burger, I think it was, and I went to go pick up an order, and the people inside were talking about the COVID situation. And I remember I picked up an order, dropped it off, and then like the next day I found out that Smash Burger, one of the employees had gone home with COVID, and I was there the day before. So I remember that's when I started saying, I'm a part-time driver now. I'm going to work when I can, you know. So Roy Larkins is saying they're not going to close about DoorDash. I hope not, man. But the whole point of this video is I want to know what people's backup plan is. Is it go to a W 2 or what? Gates of conflict. I'm a full time driver, per se. Ellen says full time, but I did get a job as a sub at a preschool. Oh, that's cool. Ellen, do you have a teaching degree? That's cool. COVID did change the gig economy, most certainly did. Um, but again, I feel like the pandemic, when it was like the lockdown, like right in 2020, like the whole year of the rest of 2020 was very, very, very busy for DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats, and Instacart, all of these companies. So keep that in mind as well. I almost said I almost said Instagram. By the way, I do have an Instagram if anybody wants to follow me on there. Instagram.com/paid to drive Pete. If you guys want to go and check that out. But yeah, man, I it sucks, because when I first started this in 2017, 2018, it was crazy because everything was so new in the gig economy. Everything was so new, and it was just like exciting. It was exciting to be in the gig economy. There wasn't all this drama and craziness like there is now, especially with all the fraud and all the nonsense that drivers have to deal with. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Customers started getting smarter and figured out ways to steal from the company. It got so many drivers deactivated, even still to this day. It's rough. Um, I don't have any teaching degree, but I do have credentials as a preschool teacher. Oh, that's great, Ellen. And Ellen, you have that kind of personality, which is cool. You have that very somber, very sweet personality that kids could resonate with. So I know you'll do very well with that. That's right up your alley. And I'm telling you, man, these apps are unbelievable side hustles as a part-time thing. But if your market is not like ultra busy, like if you're not in like Chicago or New York City or Miami or, parts of California, like San Francisco, like, or LA, like where it's like stupidly busy all the time, it's going to be very, very stressful and going to raise your anxiety being a full-time driver if you're really not getting great orders. But I will tell you, as I'm about to wrap this up in a few minutes, you guys definitely want to diversify. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. And that's another thing. If DoorDash were to go out of business, let's say, you want to make sure you have at least a GrubHub account and an Uber Eats account as well. So keep that in mind. Yeah, no problem, Ellen. And for those of you just joining us, let's get Delivering with Ellen to 1,000 subscribers. Go to her newest video, leave a comment saying Paid to Drive sent me, subscribe to her and tap that bell. And of course, over here, subscribe and tap the notification bell too, if you wouldn't mind. Definitely subscribe here, and hit that like. So all I'm going to say is this. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What is your exit plan for DoorDash or GrubHub or Uber Eats or the gig economy? Are you going to stay in the gig economy forever as a part-time driver? Are you going to quit completely? Are you going to be a full-time driver going forward for as long as you can? I'm curious. I want to hear from you. And also keep in mind after this, guys, if you have not joined our Patreon membership yet, remember, you get shout outs in videos. You also get moderator privileges on my channel. You get a direct line of access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have the Patreon app right on my phone. So that's a thing. But after this, everyone who hasn't signed up yet, go to patreon.com/paid to drive. We're going to hang out on there. Private message, not private. I always say private messages, private polls, private posts, just for members only. And if we get a couple more people on there, we're going to start doing the private member streams too. So keep that in mind as well. So Who's coming on over to Patreon? Let me know down below. Hey, Tony, e-commerce is the way. Yep, I agree, especially with Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. But we could talk about that another time. It's a good topic, Tony. But anyway, appreciate you all. You guys are fantastic. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be well. Keep yourselves positive, too, guys. Seriously, during these tough times, we got to turn that around because you don't want to be living a negative life. It's not fun. I know what that's about. So, on that note, everybody, get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you guys next time right here on Pay to Drive and Pay to Drive Vlogs. Hit that like, subscribe, and seriously, as soon as this ends, links in the description. Come hang out with us on Patreon. I'll send you a message on there, a personalized message when you guys sign up. All right, peace, everybody. Share the video. Later.